Hey family, it's your girl Tarina Nicole, and as always, I like to come, I like to get on and just share some things from my heart, or maybe some things that I've discovered, and it's all about sharing and helping to make each other's life better. So this topic is a bit taboo. I don't really know why, but for me, it's something that's kind of revelatory for me. So I wanted to share some revelation that I got on it recently. So I wanted to talk to you today about menopause. Menopause, yes. For those of y'all who don't know what menopause is, it's basically a time of life for women, maybe 45 or more, where you actually go into a pause where your menstrual period ends and your childbearing years end. And it's just another stage of life. And for many of us who are in that stage of life, it's something that, we kind of laugh about, among each other. But there's really a whole lot of education I've recently got on it that has been eye-opening. And I just wanted to share it. So last weekend, for the past 2 weeks, I've been having some heart palpitations where I literally felt my heart like beat hard, and I felt like I've always had these kind of palpitations since I was a child, but they were very far and few between and never seemed to be connected to anything. It's just like random. So I never paid a lot of attention to it. But it seemed like these same palpitations started to get more frequent and last a little longer. So I got a little concerned about it, and I have been taking some, just some nutrition shakes and protein and things like that as I work on, my fitness thing. And so I stopped taking that. I talked to my nutritionist. I was like, I'm gonna stop taking a shake. I don't know what y'all got in there. And I was like, okay. So I just began to eliminate things out of my diet and trying to figure out exactly what might be causing these heart palpitations, and they just didn't end. And I said, maybe I'm anxious, or maybe I'm, stressed out, which is could be possible as well. I'm a kindergarten teacher by day, and just have a lot of things going on. So I went to the yeah, I'm sorry, I just wanted to sit here and show you my little setup here I got. It's cute. I put it together. I've been watching some home decor uh, videos, and they talk about doing things in threes. So I got this black, white, silver thing going on with a splash of color. Anyway, it's cute. Uh, so I went to the doctor, and I was like, I have been having these heart palpitations, and I'm really not playing around. I mean, I'll be 51 on Thursday. I'll be turning 51 on March 18th, so I'm not really playing with heart and all that stuff. We got to be proactive about our health. So I said I've been having these heart palpitations and feeling funny, and I don't really know what's going on, doctor. So he asked me how old I was and asked me, about my period, and I told him no, that has ended almost a year, and so he said it's menopause. I said, well, you gonna check my heart? You know what I mean? Like, I came in here because my heart ain't doing too good. Menopause, cool. I already knew that before I came in here, but like, what about my heart? He said, actually, there's no He said, there's actually the palpitations that you're feeling have nothing to do with your heart. But he did give me a EKG or ECG or something. They kind of checked my heart rhythm. He said everything is fine. Um, he said, the pattern that I see and everything is normal. He said, but it has to do with the lack of estrogen. Your body begins to produce less estrogen as you get older, and therefore that lack of estrogen causes your menstrual period to end, and but other things kind of begin to happen in your body. But I was really happy to find out that it had nothing to do with my heart, and but it had everything to do with the lower production of estrogen in my body at this point in life. And so he said, you can take some anxiety medicine. He said, but he said, I encourage you to try to do things as natural as possible. And the reason why he said anxiety medicine, he said, because the symptoms that you get during this time are similar to those who suffer from anxiety. He said, but I encourage you to do natural things to take care of that. He said, get more sunlight. Um, he said to exercise, and he said to drink soybean milk. He said because the soybean protein is the same, is very it it either produces estrogen, or it is similar to the hormone of estrogen. So it will help to produce it, or it will react in your body like estrogen, something like that. So I never really drank soybean milk because I'd heard some other things, but estrogen, I have heard that it produces estrogen, and that's why they say that men should not drink too much because they could end up getting man boobs and things like that, and it lowers testosterone. So I started doing all of those things. I realized that I take public transportation to my job. It's more convenient because I work in the city, and I really don't get sunlight. I rarely get sunlight in the daytime. So 9 hours at work, I get off, I walk to the bus stop, I get off the bus stop, get on the train, and I walk about 2 blocks maybe to work. So that little bit of sun, and then usually at lunchtime I would just go into, some place, sit down and eat, and walk back to my job. And so I realized I wasn't getting any sunlight in the daytime. So now I eat lunch outside in the sun, weather permitting, and I get up a little earlier and get back to my exercise. So I used to exercise in the morning about 15 minutes or so, and I bought some soy milk. So I've been drinking that, and so I just wanted to share some of those things. I've been having like brain fog, like I forget in the middle of a sentence, I forget the word I'm trying to say, and I'm like, what in the world is going on for me? My tongue gets tied, and I was talking to a friend of mine who's 53, and she said the same thing happened. Then I talked to my nutritionist, I talked to her mother, and she's 53, and she said, yeah, it's the same stuff. So all of these types of things, irritability, this Jekyll and Hyde, like, you're happy and then you're down, and then you feel confused a lot. Um, and the hot flashes that ended like a year ago. That was a big joke. We used to laugh about, oh girl, I'm getting them hot flashes. I used to hear older women talk about hot flashes, and I'm like, why are they talking about? To me, it just seemed too personal. Like, okay, we don't need to know about that kind of stuff. You don't need to talk about that out loud. So now that I'm in that age group, it's like, this is not, I don't know why it's taboo, but we need to talk so we know that, first of all, you're not the only one going through it. And you really do need to know what is going on. So all my sisters between like 48, 45, 48 is different for different women, up to like 55 or so. Menopause is real. The struggle is real. But I just want you to know, so that you don't panic, that you probably aren't going crazy. It may just be menopause. And to the fellas, if you're married to a woman in this age group, you have a girlfriend in this age group, that this is probably what's going on. A lot of people get divorced around this time, but it may really be hormonal. She's going crazy because, it's her hormones. And we tend to go crazy, getting our period, when we're pregnant, when our period stops. I mean, it's a very hormonal thing for women. So the Bible says that you have to dwell with your wife in knowledge. That means you have to understand what's going on with her body, what's going on with her emotionally, what's going on with her physical appearance. Things are not as smooth, maybe as, manhood is. Although I love being a woman, you have to really understand what's going on. So I just wanted to share it. I couldn't wait to make this little video and share this with you, because I know that somebody out there may not know what's going on with them. And so I just wanted to share it for my people, because I love you. It's all about living well. Check me out. Again, God bless you. I hope everything's going well, and peace out.